Hey guys, it's just a few things about this video. The quality, I'm really sorry for. It's really, really bad. It's not terrible, but it was recorded on our phones because it was late. My camera was dead and we didn't want to have to wait for it to charge to record the video because it was like 10 o'clock at night by the time we got home, and then Taylor still had to drive home. We were recording it on my phone, and halfway through we had to switch because my phone ran out of space, and we had to start using her phone, and so the dimensions of it change, and I tried to fix it, but it just made the quality worse, so it just wasn't really worth sacrificing making the quality worse for making it the same size. So I'm sorry about that. It does do that. I have no way to fix that. I didn't realize it at the time, and it's not like we're gonna refilm it because that would just be a waste of time. So yeah, so I apologize for the quality and the fact that it switches in the middle. Otherwise, also the lighting's not great, but again, it was recorded on our phones at 11 o'clock at night, so it was the best that we could do at the time. I hope you guys still enjoy it anyway. I hope that it doesn't discourage you from watching it. We had a blast recording it. It was really fun just getting to sort of hang out and record the video. Yeah, so I will let you get to the video. I just wanted to apologize for that real fast. Hey guys, so this week I am here with Taylor of Two Tiny Teacups.
Two Tiny Teacups.
Two Tiny Teacups. I can't talk today. Taylor of Two Tiny Teacups.
Because I'm famous on the interwebs.
Girl, you know. We are going to do a little variation of the 90s tag because we weren't, well, she was around in the 90s. She was born in 92, but I was born in 95, so I wasn't really alive in the 90s all that long. Like half the decade doesn't feel like enough for me to actually remember anything to be like, oh yeah, this was my favorite song.
God, I remember so much from the 90s though. Like even though I was born in 92, I don't know.
I have a bad memory.
Well, I do too. Like I just told you. I remember stuff from the 90s and stuff now, barely. But like I can't remember that little space in the middle. And that's what we're doing today.
Yeah, we're going to do our own little variation on the 90s, and we're going to do the 2000's tag, which isn't a thing, but we can make it one. It's fine.
Trendsetters.
Plus, like, I just know I'd be that idiot who'd be, like, saying things from the 2000's when we were talking about the 90s, and everybody would be like,
People in the comments like, oh my god, you're
that
so
was
dumb.
not the 90s. Oh, what is wrong with you? That's exactly what YouTube comments sound like, too.
That's what they sound like to me.
That's exactly what the nasty ones sound like in my head.
Oh my god,
You are so ugly.
You're the worst. Oh my god.
First. Right.
Okay.
Okay, so 2000's tag. Let's do it.
Okay, 2000 tag. First one. Favorite 2000s movie?
You go first.
No, please, you go first. We didn't plan this video.
It wasn't like my favorite at the time, but definitely like at this point in my life, Legally Blonde is like in like my top 5 movies ever.
Legally Blonde was my favorite at the time. I watched that movie all the time.
I did not like have the mental capacity when I was younger to understand the many levels of Legally Blonde. I was just like, oh, a dumb blonde girl. She becomes a lawyer. No, girl, get it together.
Gonna go back and slap yourself, girl. The only movie that's coming to mind to me right now is Sleepover.
Oh my god, I was thinking about that movie. Like, I'm not even kidding. I was thinking about that movie on the way home.
Oh my god. I love that movie so much. I still watch that movie because it's so...
I wish I knew where my DVD of that movie was.
Oh my god.
I mean, you're talking about the one with Alexa Vega, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you know what else? Mean Girls. You didn't even, think Mean Girls.
Duh. No, okay, I did not like Mean Girls at the time.
Really?
It took me years to like it. I watched it once and I was like, this is the stupidest movie I've ever seen, but didn't have the mental capacity.
Yeah.
Favorite artist / band?
I feel like there are the obvious ones that, like, encompass the early 2000s for me, but it's more like 2000, 2005 is what I think of.
Yeah.
Is, like, Spice Girls and, like, S Club 7. Like,
I just thought of a movie!
Yeah, you said pussy.
Wait. Oh, excuse me.
Love you, Taylor.
Okay. I think that could go into the music because
That's true.
I loved the soundtrack so much. I still listen
Rachel
to
Lee
it.
Cook is still one of my favorite actresses.
Yes,
I love her
she's
so much.
good.
Not that she did the singing for that,
I know.
but still,
Hey,
she was the face.
Jesse McCartney.
Yeah. If we're like transferring into that area, Jonas Brothers. Like, I mean, we were around for each other's Jonas Brothers.
Oh my God.
Like,
Yes.
phase
Oh,
that
oh my
lasted
God.
like I swear to God half my life.
It lasted until they broke up.
Touching my hair, and I feel like I should stop. Just let it go. Enough music,
Yeah, we've
because
been
we're only
enough.
really supposed to say name our favorite.
Sorry. Favorite candy.
Oh yikes.
I didn't eat a whole lot of candy as a kid, so I'm having like a hard time remembering.
I ate a lot of candy. I was such a little chubby child.
I was a chubby child too. I just didn't eat sweets.
I think my favorite candy as a kid were Sour Heads,
Okay.
which I still like.
I never cared for those. I was
I
like
liked-
the only kid in my class that didn't like them.
I just liked sour candy as a kid, like just
Okay.
all kinds. I ate like lemon heads and stuff like that.
It took me a long time to like sour candy. But I mean, I guess probably Reese's Cups.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, I still
yeah.
really like them.
Yeah.
That's like only thing I can really remember because, like I said, I didn't really care for sweets, but I remember eating a lot of like Reese's Cups, Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, I still like see Sour Heads, but I feel like I don't see them with the veracity that I used to.
Yeah, I rarely see them. I'll see them in like obscure places.
Yeah, like I saw them today at Forever 21.
I was gonna say
Favorite game? Board game, school game, video game, whatever.
I remember at this point, I don't think I played a lot of board games because I love board games now and I love board games when I was like really little.
Yeah.
I remember playing a lot of video games. To the point where my PS1 literally imploded. It seriously did.
Oh my God.
I opened it one time. No, I was playing a game and I opened it and it was smoking and I was like, my absolute favorite was Crash Bandicoot.
Oh my God. Like, I didn't play, I don't know when I started playing Crash Bandicoot, but I had a Crash Bandicoot game that I played on Xbox when I was, well, it was probably around, like, when I was, like, 10 or 11.
Okay,
So it was probably 2005, 2006, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was a great game. I feel like the obvious one is, like, Pokemon 2. Like, not 2, but also...
How could I forget that? That's like literally all I would
yeah,
play.
Yeah. No, I
Minus
understand.
Crash Bandicoot.
Like, my original first thought was, like, Sims Deluxe. I'm not even playing. Like, I had Sims Deluxe on this old, slow dinosaur of a computer that, like, it's now a dinosaur. Back then it was, like, cutting
Back then
edge.
it was like,
yeah, it was like, check out my awesome desktop. Look at my home computer in my computer room.
computer room. We still have a computer room with our old desktop.
I really liked Life and Monopoly for some reason. I really enjoyed
Monopoly. I loved Monopoly.
Although the last time I played Life, I was like, what is this game? Why are we doing this? This is terrible, so I don't know
Wait,
what's
you mean
wrong.
like when we played it?
Were you here that day?
Yeah, we played Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was just me, Spencer, Justin, and Brian.
Brian left.
The point is, but do you agree with me? It was like...
I know, I was like, I've not played. You know what's funny is I barely played the board game Life. I would play it on the computer.
Oh, really?
I loved that game.
Yeah, I played the board game Life because I always remembered I really liked spinning it, and I liked, like, picking my car and picking my person and all that.
And then after that, I was like,
Back then, I was really into the idea of, like, marriage and family and stuff.
I think just about every kid is like that.
Yeah.
Because that's how I used to be, and I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. And then you grow up and realize where those babies have to come out of, and you're like,
You're like,
no.
That's not happening.
How about we don't do that? Ooh, favorite fashion trend.
Favorite fashion trend. See, I'm having a hard time remembering because when I was a kid, all I wore was like stretchy pants and t-shirts. I did not like jeans at all. Well, that, you know, we went to private schools, so
Yeah, we had
uniform.
dress codes. I didn't have a uniform, but I had dress codes.
Oh, okay.
Our actually dress code didn't start till like 3rd grade
Okay.
or something. Because I mean, when you're a little kid, you're not like you're not distracting the boys.
Even at my school though, they had to wear like uniforms.
Yeah. But I remember like I wanted to be. Like, even back then, like, I went through that period where I wasn't into, like, clothes and I wasn't into being a girly girl. But I remember, like, being a kid and, like, wanting to be... My cat just messed everything up. He's drinking from the fish tank. Anyway,
but he drinks like this.
Yeah, he uses his paw.
He's too high up above everyone.
I remember, like, wanting to be, like... really like wanting to be like fashionable when I was a kid, and I feel like I really enjoyed like that like metallic-y trend that went on.
I did not like that, but you know what's funny is I love it now.
Yeah.
Now
I look back at it and I'm like, why? But
see, I'm like,
that's our differences.
But
yeah,
but oh my god, that's right, because that was early 2000s, so everything was
metallic,
was metallic and like futuristic.
Yeah, because Y2K and everything. Yeah, and like sequins and all of that. Like there was sequins on literally everything, which is kind of coming back. Which I'm like, sequins give me like a cheap feel, I guess.
Yeah.
Is all.
Also, not a very not good feel either.
Yeah, like they're not comfortable.
Yeah.
And
flared
then,
pants.
I hate flared jeans now. Like once I've been introduced to skinny jeans,
yeah.
I'm like my mom and my sister are always like, I wish flared jeans would come back. I'm like, nah.
They are coming back.
They are though.
It's so funny because it's like, you know, when they first came out, whatever, it was like, yeah, and then it was like, yeah.
Nobody knows what they want. Jeans will probably like never go away. And like the wide leg, like 70s look is like really back, but like in a more polished way.
Yeah. I can't wear those pants.
Yeah, me neither. Well, actually, I have like jumpsuits that are wide legged, so I shouldn't really. I remember like pigtails that were like here on your head were super in, like the kinds that were like up and then like I used to wear those like all the time.
I did
like
not.
I have no shame.
I wore my hair down a lot. As a kid, I really didn't care.
Favorite book.
Favorite book.
I know mine. Mine's like really easy. The Click series.
Oh my god.
Right? I never finished that series, and some days I'll see it in a bookstore or like at Target or whatever, and I'll be like, should I like just reread this for the sake of like finishing it? Or and then I'm like, I would hate it so much.
Probably
just
like,
I would be like,
no, you'd be like, this is so dumb.
I still like remember the main girl. I don't know if it was like a cousin.
Did she live in their guest house?
Yeah, she lived in their guest house, and she wasn't rich like they were, and like she hacked into her email, her like cousin or whatever's email, and like or IM, and like told all her friends, we're gonna wear this on this day, and all her friends were like, oh, okay, and then like Claire and all those girls were wearing jeans with colored tights. And the girl, the one, like, leader girl wasn't. She was like, what is happening right now? And I was like, why are you wearing that? And now I not colored tights all the time, but I wear shorts with tights.
Man, I remember that trend. I wanted to be a part of that trend, but I just didn't like how it looked on me.
I just love my legs. Like, I'm so shameless about how much I like my legs.
Yeah, I wear pants 24/7. Well, and
today you're wearing a dress.
I do like dresses, but...
Yeah.
We're
gonna cut
Series of Unfortunate Events. That was early 2000s, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that was around there.
Plus.
I don't know what it was. Everybody loved that book. I could not get into it. Like, I read the first one. I started to read the first one and I was like, Now I'd probably go back. Again, I read, like, the Click series when I was that age. Like, girl.
Yeah, I also read those.
I read the weirdest things. I'd read the Click series and then I'd go and get Anne Frank's diary from the library.
Yeah.
And, like, blow through that in, like, a week.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I was the weirdest freaking kid.
I read whatever I wanted to read. What were those books called? It was like the diaries of like, there was a girl that was like on the Titanic, and then there was like a girl from like the 1700s.
Oh, I totally know what you're talking about because I read like the Cleopatra one. Or I might not have read it, but I saw it.
Yeah.
I remember those being like in the school library.
Those were my favorite books.
They were like the diaries of history or something like that.
Probably, yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite clothing store. Do you want to say it on 3?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Limited 2. Like, hands down, half of my clothes were from Limited 2.
Oh my god, like 90% of my clothes are from Limited 2. If you don't know what that is, it's like what Justice is now.
Yeah.
It's like the exact same thing.
Yeah, it was like, it was pretty, I feel like Justice either bought Limited 2
I think
or
it
they
bought
just
Limited
like
2.
changed the name or whatever. But yeah, it's literally that. Limited 2 was like the Aeropostale of like that age. I feel like it was just
I
like
still
the
shopped
cool
at.
kids.
Oh god, I did shop at Aeropostale too.
I know. I didn't until I was older. Like I didn't shop at Aeropostale until I was like 14 or 15.
Okay.
So I was just thinking like
probably when I
it was just like the
stopped.
cool. Like I feel like it was like the cool kids' clothes. Am I wrong?
At the time.
I feel like
Well, I feel like even when like we were younger.
it was just like on trend and it like kept up with stuff.
Yeah, and now I just feel like all their shirts say Aeropostale and that's it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
um.
Oh, Arrow? I was talking about Limited 2. I was talking about Limited 2 was like
Oh,
the
Limited
on
2.
trend like cool
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Favorite children's show.
Favorite children's show, early 2000s. Probably Drake and Josh.
Oh yeah, that's good. I don't know what the problem is. Like, I don't know what time a lot of things started. I just know that I
know.
watched them. I feel like I could probably say like the Amanda Show. I don't know if that's safe to say. That's more 90s or
That was probably like both.
thinking about what she was wearing. I feel like it had to have been in the 2000s at some point.
At some point, so you
Um,
could say that. Like if you said all that, I'd be like, oh, that's like 90s.
Yeah, that's 90s. I know that. And like Keenan and Kel was 90s
Yeah.
and oh no. Okay, my favorite to this day, like my favorite kid show is Kim Possible.
Yeah,
Like-
I didn't watch it a whole lot, but Lizzie McGuire.
Yes. Oh my god. Speaking of 2000s fashion, that was like
Oh my god.
fashion iconic
Yes.
for the time. Oh my god. But no, Kim Possible, I like cosplayed Kim Possible before I knew what cosplay was.
Yeah.
Like straight up, like I like made her the suit from the movie. I made it and I wore it. Like I thought it was so cool.
I need pictures of this.
I wish I had pictures. I don't think I do.
Pixar didn't happen.
Well, I like went for one Halloween as Jamie Lynn Spears, which is
Amazing.
so like weirdly obscure in a way. Oh, Zoe 101. Speaking of, Zoe 101 was also my jam.
I did not like Zoe 101.
I loved that show. I watched that show like straight up. I watched the final of that show and like cried. No, I don't know that I cried, but
I mean, I get it.
what would you watch when you got home from school?
Oh my god. Like, seriously, for like, I don't even know how many years straight, I would come home, the bus would drop me off at 4 o'clock at my house, and I would practice my flute. And then I would watch The Fairly Odd Parents.
Really?
Yes.
I don't feel like I watched The Fairly Odd Parents as much as I should have as a kid.
Mhm.
Like, I watch it a lot more now,
Mhm.
which is like saying something.
I still watch it.
I'd come home. I always remember, and I feel like the show is way older than this, but I always remember coming home and watching Arthur. It was like Arthur and the Magic School Bus and like all that stuff that was on PBS because that's what my grandparents had like basic cable.
Yeah.
I'd like watch that stuff while I did my homework.
Ooh, Recess.
Oh my god, yes, that's one of the other ones. Yeah,
That was on, yeah.
Recess. Oh, that was
Yeah,
such
I
a
remember-
good show. The Ashleys.
I remember getting up and watching that on Saturday mornings. The Lizzie McGuire movie.
Oh, girl.
Oh my god. I'll still watch it. Don't even play with me.
Like honorable mentions real fast for movies. The Amanda Bynes movie with Colin Firth.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of a different one. Wait, am I?
The one where he's her dad and she goes to London.
Yes. What a Girl Wants.
Yes.
Pretty much anything Amanda Bynes.
Yeah, pretty much. She's
Amazing.
the man. I don't know how old that is, but I know it's from the 2000s.
Oh god.
I know it's way
early
before 2010.
2000s.
Freaking Channing Tatum, little baby. Little baby. He was never really little, but you know.
Compared to what he is now.
Yeah.
Like half the size he was, but he was still buff, you know.
Yeah.
Anything with Lindsay Lohan.
Oh yes. Oh my God. Freaky Friday.
I loved Lindsay Lohan.
Freaky Friday. What else did she?
Confessions of a Shopaholic.
No. Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. Drama Queen.
Yeah, that's
my
right.
words. It feels weird, like doing this though, like doing early 2000s.
I know, because it feels like it just happened.
Yeah, it feels like it wasn't that long ago, but then you're like, wow, that was like I mean, 2010 was 5 years ago. 2000 was 15. It's just weird. It's crazy to me. Like, on the one hand, I'm like, oh, I just watched these shows. Like, I was just a kid. And then I'm like, no, you weren't. What's wrong with you?
But it's like, sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I feel like I just got out of high school. Just kidding, it's been a long time.
Somebody asked me how old I was a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, 19. I'm 19. I don't know. I still feel like I'm 16. Is that weird that I still feel?
No, I still feel like I'm 16, but then again, people mistake me for being 16, so.
You could roll with that.
How?
Because people mistake, you could roll with it. I'm just saying you could.
Oh, I could, but I don't, because I'm like, stop looking, stop reading my text message.
I see the video and I'm confused. Okay.
It's a cat standing out in the snow with overalls on. Alright, well
Okay.
this has been fun. Thanks for having me on your channel.
No problem. Thanks for coming on over. I appreciate it. And I think I'm going to film another video for you guys, not tonight, but tomorrow. We went shopping earlier, and I'll probably do like a tiny little haul, which isn't, I mean, I didn't really buy much, but
I don't know.
yeah, I bought enough to do a little haul. I've never really known how to do haul videos, so it'll be my first experience. We'll see how it goes. I'll probably post that for next week's video. And if you guys like this and you like my channel and you want to see more, you should definitely leave in the comments maybe what you'd like to see. A couple options. I'm thinking about doing maybe a lookbook video or two for the spring coming up, because the snow finally melted. The snow finally melted, so I feel like I could actually do a spring lookbook without it looking like you're wearing very cold clothes in the winter. And I will hopefully be able to put a video up with another friend of mine over at Megan Lightyear soon, because she's going to be coming home for a week. And yeah, any other ideas would be greatly appreciated. Anything you'd like to see, because I don't know how this is going. If this is interesting anybody. But yeah, so if there's anything you want to see, you can leave it in the comments or tweet it to me, or in my ask box over on Tumblr if you know what my Tumblr is, because I don't really share that.
Yeah.
For reasons. I make it sound like it's like a porn Tumblr. It's not. It's just very personal. So yeah, so you can tweet me, leave it in my ask box, and I'll put links to find Taylor and her, is it vlog partner? Are you guys like vloggers, or yeah,
my vlog partner in life.
Her vlog life partner. Her vlog partner Sharon over on 2 Tiny Teacups. I still can't say it. It keeps coming out. 2 Tiny Teacups, and I'll also
Tiny teacups.
and I'll put a nice little link to that over her face as well. Vogue like Madonna. And yeah, so I guess that's it. Did you want to say anything?
Yeah. Bye, guys. Don't forget to stay super kawaii from my channel.
Ash really wants to be in it. Say, yes, I do. Come on, get up here. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Oh, she's going to rip my tights. Oh. Oh, we won't got it.
She's like, hey, why am I not in this video?
Why are you joking? Why are you joking?